Hi guys, this is Satya from debugging.com, and in this video, we'll show you how to flash the latest Xiaomi EU ROM based on HyperOS 2.0 Android 15 onto your Poco F5. So please take a backup of all the data on your phone and then let's get started. There exist two ways of flashing this ROM, via the TWRP recovery and using the Fastboot method. It's recommended you go with the Fastboot because it's quite easy and shorter to carry out. So let me show you that, and after that I will also show you the recovery method. But first, let's have a look at the Fastboot method. So in this regard, your first course of action is to get hold of the Android SDK platform tools. So get it from my guide and extract them onto your PC. You may extract them anywhere you want. In my case, I have done so in C drive. And let me show you the files. So these are the files for platform tools. Once you've done the extraction, you will now have to enable USB debugging and OEM unlocking. The debugging is required for ADB command, whereas OEM unlocking is required to unlock the bootloader on your phone. So let's now enable both the toggles. For that, you have to go to the settings menu on your phone, then go to about phone and tap on OS version 7 times. This will enable developer options. So go to additional settings and you should now see developer options. Go there and enable the toggle next to OEM unlocking as well as USB debugging. You will now get a warning prompt on your phone. Wait for 10 seconds and then tap on allow and OK. And with this, the debugging is now enabled. Let's verify the same. So go to the address bar of platform tools, type in CMD and hit enter. This will launch command prompt inside the platform tools directory. Now type in ADB devices and verify that you are getting an ID. If you are not getting any ID, then unplug and replug your phone from the PC. Disable and re-enable USB debugging. Tap on revoke USB debugging. Use the official USB cable that came with your phone and use the USB 2.0 port on your PC. So carry out these USB fixes and make sure that you're getting an ID. Once you're getting this ID, your next course of action is to unlock the bootloader on your phone. Do note that unlocking will wipe off all the data and it might make the warranty null and void as well. If that's well and good, you could refer to my guide and the video and get this job done. If you are on MIUI, then you could use the Mi Unlock tool. In case of HyperOS, you will have to use the bypassing method. I have shown that in the guide as well on how to bypass the HyperOS bootloader unlocking requirement using the Python command. So get that job done as well. And once you have unlocked the bootloader, you will now have to get hold of the Xiaomi EU ROM. So go to this link and from here, you may download the one for our phone, which is the marble one. So it should be somewhat here itself. You may do the search as well. So this is the latest ROM for our phone. So as you could see, the version is VMMRCN. So V stands for Android version, which is Vanilla Ice Cream Android 15. MR is the device code, which is Poco F5. And CN is the region, it's the China build. And XM is the Xiaomi firmware code, which is same for all the Xiaomi phones. So get hold of the zip file and then extract the zip file onto your phone. If you are using the Fastboot method, then you will have to extract the zip file, or else don't extract it. Since we are using the Fastboot method, we will have to extract the ROM zip file. So this is the ROM zip file. I've done the extraction and this will give you the following files. And as you could see inside the files, we have got all the required files. So once you have done the extraction, you will now have to boot your phone to the Fastboot mode. So just type in the command ADB reboot bootloader and hit enter, and your phone should now reboot into Fastboot mode. This will take just a few seconds. So let's wait for that to happen. And once your phone is in the Fastboot mode, you will have to verify the Fastboot connection as well. So type in Fastboot devices and verify that you are getting an ID. If you're not getting any ID, then you'll have to install the Fastboot drivers onto your PC. We have made a guide and a video on the same. You can refer to our guide and install the drivers. Once that is done, right click on the Windows icon and choose Device Manager. Then expand the Android phone section and make sure that your phone is being shown here as Android bootloader interface. So this, as well as the serial ID next to Fastboot, signify that your PC is able to read the phone in Fastboot mode, and we are now good to go ahead. So moving on, let's now start off with the flashing process. So what you have to do is launch the Windows, install and format data. This will wipe off all the data from your phone and then flash the ROM. So if that's all well and good, simply launch this file. And it's asking that if you will lose all your apps, settings and file, make sure you have taken a backup. So tap on Y, hit enter. The flashing will now start and it will flash all the files in their respective partition. You could also have a look at the files being flashed by opening this file in Notepad++. So let me show you. As you could see, first off, it will set the active partition to A and flash all the files. The files are there inside the images folder. As you could see, this is the images folder and these are all the files. So these files are now being flashed in their respective partitions. As you could see from here, the images, for example, the abl.img file from the images folder is flashed in the abl slot, both the A and B slot. Likewise, the AOP, and in this way, all the files will now be flashed. At the end, your phone will then undergo a format data and then will automatically reboot to the OS. So let's just wait for the file to be flashed, and as of now, it's flashing the super file, which are around 8 super files, and after that it will do a format data and then your phone will boot to the OS. So let's just wait for the file to be flashed. So guys, the flashing is now complete and the CMD window will automatically close as and when the flashing is done, and your phone should now boot to the newly flashed OS. Do keep in mind that the first bootup will take up some time. That is completely normal and nothing to worry about. So let's wait for the boot logo or the boot animation to appear, either of which will signify that the flashing has been done successfully, and it might now appear in a few more seconds. So let's just wait for that to happen. So this is the boot animation and our phone should boot now to the setup screen, and we will then set up the ROM zip file and then have a look at the ROM features and the USB of the ROM as well. So let's wait for a few more seconds. So guys, we are now inside the setup process. Let's get started. As of now, I'm skipping the initial setup process and take you to the OS directly. Okay, just let me set the language as English US. And let's proceed ahead with the next step. It might take a little bit longer. Let's agree to the terms and conditions, click on next. And checking for SIM card. I don't have a SIM card currently. Let me skip that. Let me skip the Wi-Fi for now as well. Skip this as well. Google services, accept it for now. And let's access next. Classic or app drawer. Let's go with the app drawer and hit next. Full screen gestures, this will work for me, and the setup is now complete. And we are now inside the latest Xiaomi HyperOS EU ROM based on Android 15. As you could see, all the new icon packs is there. This is the QS tiles. Let me show you that as well. These are the QS tiles over here, and from here you may get hold of the notifications. If you go to the settings menu, under my device, you could see it's the latest Xiaomi HyperOS 2.5.0 stable build by Xiaomi EU. And apart from that, more connection personalizations in this section. Let's see what all it. So it's a theming store. We could go to the theme and tweak the AOD, wallpaper, icons, font, always on display notifications. First off, let's have a look at AOD, always on display. Let's enable that. And my theme, you could choose from any one of these tweaks and get the job done. Kaleidoscope, digital as well. Okay, so select the background. You may choose from any one of these background as well. Let me go with a simple unique one. Which one should get the job done? It's quite hard to make a selection for me. Okay, let's choose this one. And over here you may show the battery notification steps as well. Anyway, let me just hit the apply button and let's have a look at the AOD screen. And this is the AOD, as you could see, and this is the notification icon for the notifications which we are currently receiving. As of now, it's from settings menu, more options. Okay, if you could go online and then download the AOD themes from the theme store as well. After that, we have a wallpaper, the soft light wallpapers, then the floral arrangement, then natural patterns, gradient wallpapers. Let's have a look at all of them. The blossoms wallpaper, system wallpapers are two super wallpapers. Let's check out these super wallpapers and wait for a few seconds. These are quite an interesting ones, so let me see any other one as well. So these definitely looks quite nice, and this one also. Let me have a look at this. Wow, that's quite impressive. The change from here till here was definitely quite impressive. So let's implement a wallpaper and have a look at that. For me, the last one was quite impressive too. So let me set this wallpaper, apply, and it's applied successfully. The wallpaper has been applied. And if I, as you could see, as soon as I lock the device, this is the wallpaper, and upon unlocking it, I'll reach here. So the first screen is the AOD screen, in which you will see this wallpaper. Then upon going to the lock screen, it will further go. Then if you unlock it, this is the one which you will see. This might lead to some additional battery drainage, but that's fine with me. Then you may also download more such wallpapers from the theme store by going online. Talking about themes, these are the some pre-installed themes, and you may also download more themes from the online store as well. Fonts, so Mi Sans, and okay, so there's only one font by default. The rest of the fonts you could download from the store. AOD notifications, these are the notification lights. This looks somewhat childish. Let's go with the first one only. Next up, the lock screen tweaks. Sleep, raise to wake. The device will wake once you raise it. So let me lock it. Okay, so this will only work, I guess, if there is no AOD. In case of AOD, the device is already awake. Okay, so next up, let's have a look at some other features as well. Power menu access in the lock screen as well. You could access them. Side panel shortcuts. You could add a side panel as well and add more apps from here if you want, and reset it from here as well. Change their orders of the app for the side panel shortcuts. Charging animation, let's say flow, and let me see the charging animation. Okay, it will be shown in the lock screen, I suppose. Let me unlock it and now charge it. So you could see this is a flow animation which looks quite nice. Then launch camera by pressing the volume down key. It's a shortcut as well. Notification and status bar, you may choose from any one of these key notification styles. App notifications, then number of notifications shown, one icon. So in the status bar, because there is not much space as you could see, but still if I choose 3 icons, the time has now been shifted to the left, and now you could get notification for 3 app icons. This is quite handy, but the app icon size are quite small now. That's not a cause of concern. Battery indicator, let's keep it with this one. Hide the notch, so don't hide, or you may hide, but that does not look quite nice. Let's keep the notch for now. Status bar icons, you may show or hide these icons if required. And in the control center, you may also tweak these icons if you required. Then in the notification status bar, this we are done with. Then we have the display and brightness. You may switch between the dark and the light theme from here. Then advanced textures, color schemes, all of these tweaks are given here. Saturated, standard. So let's go with the vivid one, adjust, which will automatically adjust the colors based on the requirement. Then refresh rate, you may either choose the default or a custom, in which you could set it to 120 Hz at all time, but this will lead to additional battery drainage. So keep this point in mind. Apart from that, personalization, lock screen, these all are done and dusted. Then you may also add the fingerprint and face unlock from this section. Some additional settings from here, language input region, 100 more. These are other. So we also have the circle to search. For this, it's required internet, but you know how it works. Just long press on the navigation bar pill and it will invoke the circle to search. Then you may do a circle on the home screen and or anywhere on the window, and it will search for that required encircled region. This is quite a handy shortcut. AI subtitles are also there. This is not required for me as of now. So guys, this is all from this video on how you could flash the Xiaomi EU ROM based on Android 15 onto your phone. As you could see, it's the latest Android 15 build. So if we talk about flashing the ROM via the recovery method, let me show you that as well. It's quite an easy way to get that job done as well. So the first few requirements are the same as before. You have to download the Android SDK platform tools and then extract them onto your PC, as you could see over here. After that, you have to enable USB debugging and OEM unlocking. So do that as well. Then unlock the bootloader on your phone using the Mi Unlock tool or the Xiaomi HyperOS bypass method if you are on the HyperOS. Then you could download the ROM zip file from here, but in this case you don't have to extract the zip file. Simply download the ROM zip and keep it in that zip only. This is the ROM zip file. And after that, you will now have to boot your phone to the fastboot mode via the ADB reboot bootloader command. And once you are in the fastboot TWRP simply install the TWRP recovery onto your phone, flash the recovery across both the recovery A and the B slot. Once that is done, reboot your phone to the recovery, and first off do a format data from the recovery, and after that you have to transfer the ROM zip file. For that you may use the ADB push command to transfer the ROM zip file. Once that is done, simply go to install, choose the ROM zip and flash it. Once you have flashed that, it is recommended to do a format data once again just to be on safer side, and then finally choose reboot system. Your phone will now boot to the OS, and then you must set up the ROM as I have shown you in this video. So on that note, I round up this video. If you have any query with regard to any of the steps, do let me know in the comment section, and thanks a lot for watching.